Hey, what's up, everyone? Sean here with Blue Ridge Silverhound. We got the Pocket Change Market Report. This is the midweek edition. You're probably going to see this Thursday the 30th, so it was uploaded the day after. We're essentially end of the month. And by no really big surprise, kind of like this market that we're in right now, has been true blue. Kind of the best way that I could put it, especially for a lot of the people who currently buy and sell on eBay. Especially, I know they are being fed and taken care of. The market isn't really swingy right now. It's not at its peak. It's not crapping the bed, so to speak. It is just it's performing admirably. We're seeing very strong sales across the board, from coins to paper money, errors, varieties, key dates, things of that nature. And I would expect that we're going to see this trend continue until springtime. Because between now and then we have a lot of shows. Now, kind of like one of the big things that was announced, in case you guys weren't aware of, is that the committee that makes up the Long Beach Coin Expo, which is one of the biggest shows in the country every year. They do it a few times a year, by the way. They're foregoing the next two shows, so we are out of Long Beach shows, which might have a little bit of pour over effect in certain areas, but a lot of people do go to that show to cherry pick to look for some of the coins that you're seeing highlighted here today on the PCMR report. But I need to let you guys know that that was an announcement that came through my email. Long Beach is closed down for the rest of the year as they kind of work through some changes and modifications and improvements to make it an even better show in 2026. So we'll see how that all plays out. I'm looking forward to it. I'm usually good for one Long Beach show a year. Uh, Considering I'm in California, so taking a weekend and heading down there. It's a lot of fun, and it's where I source a lot of pretty neat coins, that I could resell. And again, that's something that you guys do, let alone going to the bank, picking up bank rolls, and going through those to help find some of these. All right, so we're gonna go through this list here. We got about 25 lots to talk about here today, all within about the last 48 hours. So it is certainly up to the minute kind of pricing. You don't have to worry about something that sold like a year ago and then have it be relevant today. That's simply not the case. And all the coins are ungraded raw. All right, so you find them, go ahead and resell them quickly. All right, so we have Whatnot. We're counting down the time till March 4th, where we're going to be kicking off a new quarter in the rewards program. And part of that is going to be a big giveaway event for the springtime, where the big prize is going to be a 1 ounce gold eagle. Yes, you heard that correct. A 1 ounce gold eagle that's worth about $2,600 in today's market. Sign up today. Get ready. Get pumped. Get amped. I have those two QR codes. They are the same thing. One's for left-handed people. One's for right-handed people. Hey, we're covering all the bases here, folks. I'm trying. I'm trying. But if you sign up under me, you get $15 off your first item, whatever it is that you buy. It doesn't have to be from me. It can be from one of the other great resellers on the platform. And just to let you guys know, we have outstanding coin shows. We have a premier coin show coming up here tomorrow on Friday. Come join us then. We got silver giveaways, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a real big barn burner, to be sure. It's going to be fun. Hope to see you guys there. Let's go ahead and jump into things, shall we? So we were going to kick things off here. This one came across the wire, and it's cool. Aside from the fact that you don't know the full readable date, it's a 1980s Lincoln Memorial set. All right, and from what I could see, this one is a copper-plated zinc, so it's 1982 and then later. So this particular one's off center by about 40%. Yeah, I mean, good job with the photos on this one. It performed probably to what I expected would be. I've seen similar coins sell for less without a readable date. This one ended at $21.75 with a total of 4 bids. All right, so this was not a buy it now kind of listing. People really did bid up to this amount of money there. Brand spanking new 2025 American Silver Eagles are out, baby. As a matter of fact, we have some that we're going to be selling on the next Whatnot show. And I look forward to introducing brand new Silver Eagles to collectors and stackers alike. However, mint errors on Silver Eagles are few and far between because it is one of their highest quality program products. So a lot of what you do find coming out of Silver Eagles are really quite scarce. This little thing right here, you can probably see it on the reverse already, is a tiny little itty bitty strike through right there under the E in states, as you can see. So there was definitely something on the die, some sort of foreign substance, some grease, some debris, things of that nature. And, to find a Silver Eagle that has this on there, quite tough. You just don't see a lot of them. As small as this one is, it sticks out for sure. This particular one ended at $48.96 with 11 bids. Keeping in mind that the current market price for one 2025 Silver Eagle today is right around $35 to $36. Our seller made a few dollars here. I mean, that's one way of capitalizing on it, while, one singular coin isn't going to make or break you to where you could retire from your 9 to 5. It is one step in the right direction. So there you go. Silver Eagles, brand new silver bullion, showcasing some of the mint errors that do exist on there. Again, the U.S. Mint is not perfect by any stretch, which leads to nice little surprising nuggets like this one. Pretty neat one here, and you just never know what you're going to find going through some scrappy dappy silver. Our junk bin constitutional silver hides a lot of secrets from varieties that a lot of people don't know are even in there. Two little tiny obscure mint errors. Now, this particular one is 1945. You wouldn't know there's a 9 in the date because it's, missing. And that's all due to dirty, clogged dies. So that particular number on the die was compacted and filled with grease. I'm sure that's what was the case here. And when it strikes coins, that piece will be missing on there. So, any area of the die, because everything that is in relief on a coin will be the exact opposite on the die. So it's like there's a bunch of little holes on the die, with letters and things like that. And, those particular cavities get filled with grease all the time. And if a mint employee doesn't catch it, you can get little things like this. So our little friend here, a coin that traditionally would sell for about $2.50, ended up selling for $11.98. Again, the small things do count here in this case. 1960 AD, candy half dollar. Real simple here. We got a nice little rim clip right there between B&E and Liberty is what we're looking at here. Nice little find. Considering, again, there's a few dollars in silver in these. Finding a mid-air would certainly enhance the value by quite a margin. This one, for example, sold for $24.57. So, again, chalk it up for the good guys who find something like this. And again, a lot of people will generally ignore these smaller, shallower rim clips like you see on here. And they'll think that, to an untrained eye, they'll think it's like damaged or a filed away part of the coin. We've seen similar other types as well. All right, so we're going to dive right into old, classical, obscure, obsolete type coins. And the 3-cent nickel showed up and reared its ugly head here. If ugly would kill, this one would have quite a tally. 1865 3-cent nickel. This one, as you can tell from the reverse, has a pretty terminal state die with die clashing and lots of retained cuts and die breaks and cracks. And You love to see it. This is a pretty cool coin, and 3 cent nickels, especially this particular date, is very common. A lot of them were made, so you might be able to find others very similar to this one. So this coin sold for $31 with a total of four bids thrown in there. This particular date is very common for for these events that you see on the coins. So, I would say it's a 50-50 shot. You'll find a die clash on there, or some die cracks on the reverse. You might find a cut or two in the mix. But, always hold on to these. You could probably pick them up for about $10-15, turn around and sell them, and do pretty well on them. Okay, this one is quite crazy. 1978 Lincoln Memorial Set. Look at that kind of like detached and folded lamination on the reverse. As you can see, that thing is quite crazy. With all of the kind of press that laminations have been getting lately, especially the big gnarly ones, I was more than a little shocked this one only managed to sell for $7.30 with a total of 2 bids. So this one, might have fallen through the cracks a little bit with collectors. I'm not sure. Or it could just really be the value. That's the true blue value of this coin right here. Otherwise, a pretty neat lamination, attached and detached, all in one piece. And Cuds ruling the day once again. We have a number of them this week. Our good old undated, apparently very common to find Washington quarter. You can find these in there dated in the late 70s, early 80s. This one has a mint mark. So you figure early 80s probably is what this one is, like 80, 81, 82. That they were having some massive issues with that area on the die where the date is. It might just be very, very weak area on the die that is subjected to a lot of wear and tear and breakage, like this one you see here. If you guys there, are avid quarter roll hunters, look out for these because I always see like 4, 5, 6 of them sold every single week. I'm like, no way. There's just the opportunity here is very strong and the money is very, very good. This one, by the way, ended up selling to the tune of $177, which is quite a bit on the high end for this coin. I know they average right around $100. We do have another one quite like this later on. Did it sell for as much or for less? We'll find out here pretty soon. Next cut that we have here on a 1977 Lincoln Memorial Site. You can see it covering the word trust. As you guys know how this is produced, all due to wear and tear. Those dies are not, they're not perfect. And, they do crack under tremendous amounts of stress, especially after minting about 1 million coins in a day. It'll tend to do that. So, pretty neat one here. And by the way, if you guys need to attribute any of these cuds, there is a website called cudsoncoins.com. And it's got what I presume to be every conceivable cut. Now, there are always new discoveries in the works, and then you can send it to the admin staff over there on that website, and they'll hook you up. They'll take care of you. And, you might be able to get your name attached to a new discovery, and that's really cool. This particular coin right here, nice strong sale, $56.54. We also have this 1985 non-copper. It's a Zinken 1985 with all of those little cuds there right on the right side of the coin. And quite impressive. Very nice. This one sold for $55.84. So, again, prices continue to be very strong on these cud die breaks. Next one I have here is nasty. The coin itself is broad struck, and then you have this big, large indent with a brockage. So there were 2 coins overlapping each other, offset, that were struck at the same time. There was a color malfunction along with a bunch of other stuff, I'm sure. that created this nasty beast. Now you notice how black the reverse is. That's actually the zinc core that's beginning to break down. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on collecting these, but me personally, because zinc zinc rots an alarmingly fast rate when it's introduced to moisture, and somewhere, some way, that's what happened here with this one. So this one, believe it or not, they put a date of 1999. I'm like, where do you find that on this coin? I just don't see it. But in any event, it's sold for $97.02 with 14 bids. I mean, yeah, I'm going to spend $97 on a coin that might last another 10 years. And now I'm being facetious and probably wrong in that matter. Again, it really depends on how you store your coins. And if you're living in an area of high humidity and heat, obviously you're going to have to take greater care in how you store these. You're going to have to use the silica gel packs, throw those in your safe or your collecting closet area, and, make sure that you kind of make the longevity happen for these, because they are quite rare. You just don't see, errors like this. And apparently this one was found in a mint bag. So there is that as well. And that's probably why they found out it's in 1999. Now, switching directions to paper money. Brand spanking new, 2009. It's not brand spanking new, but it's new-ish. $50 bill. You gotta love good old Ulysses Grant on here. What's that little thing on the top right corner? They actually call that butterfly fold, which is the top quarter of the sheet that was folded in before it was cut, and all that great stuff. You would be surprised how many bank tellers find that and they end up either clipping it with scissors or tearing it off. Oh my goodness. I've heard of like 4 or 5 horror stories where that has happened before. Guys, this is a pretty big paper money error. The bigger that butterfly fold is, the more that they're worth. All right. So look at the reverse. You can see that little butterfly as well, top left corner, with the what they call selvage, which is all the other stuff on the outside margin that we're not supposed to see after these are cut. So what do we end up with here? $185. Can you imagine throwing away $135 because your impulse was to cut that thing off? Don't do that. Just sell the damn thing and make some money, and then go ahead and cut up some other paper money. I don't care. 1995D. Okay, this is a tough date for an off-center strike. We don't see too many of these. This one's off-center by about 40% as well, and we got a sale of $23.80. And the coin is awesome looking. It's in such great shape. Lots of luster. Nothing that screams out damage or, nothing distracting in that fashion. Just a really tough date. And people collect these by date, by the way. We have here a 2-pack of 1996 Roosevelt dimes, both broad struck. Another collar malfunction, I guess. Roosevelt dimes trending up because of the redesigned announcement for 2026. So this pairing here ended up selling for $35.70, and both coins are in beautiful shape. I would imagine these came out of a Fed Reserve mint bag of some sort. We also have the pair of 99p Georgia quarters. Both of them also a little bit either broad struck or off center struck. Very well collected here on these two. These are quite minor though, these two particular ones. The pairing sold for $34 this time. We also have a 1993D Washington quarter. Another cool one here. It's broad struck and it's got a long straight clip. All right, up and down the right side there. So it's a dual error and a pretty impressive one at that. This one ended up selling for $85. And I tell you, the two type of errors on this one, it's a great mix because they're scarce. They're scarce individually, but finding both on one coin just really takes it to the next level. One of my favorites coming up next here is the 1955D Lincoln Wheat Cent. one of my favorite varieties. This one, not quite as powerful as the Philadelphia FS101, but the FS101 on the Denver coin is pretty neat as well. Doubling on the 1 and 9 of the date, as you can see here, but also check out the doubled I as well. I found, bunch of these. Dozens upon dozens. I've probably found about 50 or 60 of them over the course of the last 20 years. But as you guys know, I also go through, a buttload of Lincoln Wheat Cent bags, or at least I used to. I haven't in the last year and a half. So this one, beautiful red condition coin, which is a tough date too. Tough date, tough variety, tough grade. Usually you find these very well circulated. This one sold for $149.95. Beauty. Our good old Crown Die Chip is back on this fair-weathered Washington crossing the Delaware quarter. You guys remember these because Pepperidge Farm remembers. I don't know how many times I need to say that. It's getting old, Blue. It's getting old. But anyways, the Crown Die Chip is that big die chip right on top of Washington's hat. Not the best close-up photo. We've seen quite a bit better over the years. But this one definitely pleads its case. This one sold for $25.98. Still a good amount of money. I haven't seen one that really has sold for under $20 with the full-size hamburger Crown Die Chip like this. So, more money here. They're not $200-$300 like they once were back when they were first discovered, but heck, I'll take $20-$30 all day long. All right, a nutty $1 bill. 1993 $1 bill coming up next. Yeah, someone did write on there 50 in red. Very well worn, beat up note, and kind of crazy, the back of this thing. You could chalk it up to either an insufficient ink or an obstruction print. Like there was some paper or something over the sheet that caused this. Crazy pattern on it. And yes, while the note does exhibit its warts, with the writing, and the stain and all that stuff, it managed to bring in $117.50 with 15 bids. So, yeah, that's quite nice. Quite nice piece indeed. Another cut, 1983p, Jefferson Nickel. You can see it there over the word "We and Trust" on this one. Not a huge one, but still, are you going to toss this away in lieu of $32.50, which was ironically the sale price of this coin? To some people, that's like a good tank of gas. To a lot of people, it's like half a tank. Like me. So take it and run with the cash. The smaller cuts, me personally, I'd usually sell these because I understand the market for them, and they're the kings of consistency right now, and you gotta love that. Here's our other Washington quarter with that big large cud right there over the date. It does have a mint mark. So the last one we saw looked very similar to this one, sold for $177. A day earlier, you could have bought this one, and it ended up selling for $89. So again, you just never know how this market is going to do, and it could still be all over the place. And one coin isn't like worlds better than the other. That's the crazy part. They are both circulated. Both in pretty good shape, and the cud, it's hard to beat that. It's a pretty neat coin. Oh boy, 99% of you will miss this. 1897, Barber Dime. Very common date, by the way. You can find this in the good old Melt Bin special. Yeah, check out the top of the 7 in the date. There's a little die chip that connects the 7 to the truncation of Lady Liberty's bust. Pretty neat, albeit very small and minor. I was more than shocked that someone hit the buy it now button for $81.09 on this. That does include a weird shipping fee on there. $81 for this? Oh, geez. I'll go out and find some myself and sell for $81 if anybody wants it. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, large, centered broad strike, 1998 P Jefferson nickel. Venturing to guess this thing might be larger than a Washington quarter. It's that big. This one sold for $65.84. Yeah. Man, that thing is sweet. Would love to own one of those for my collection, but probably not anytime soon. Another one here, 1999 P, the last year of the Susan B. Anthony Washington quarter. Actually, it's the Susan B. Anthony $1 coin. Brought back for a year as a bridge to the new golden dollar, which is the Sacagawea dollar that we know and love. Yeah, interesting one here. Nice little uncentered broad strike is the culprit on this piece, and $99 is what it's sold for. Yeah, I mean, just pretty neat. Not one that you see quite often either, because 1999 was a relatively lower mintage year for the Susan B. Anthony, and one that, a vast majority of collectors don't really give a care about, because of its uncanny size and shape to a normal quarter. These were hated equally amongst all collectors. And the last couple, we gotta bang them out, because the 2017 $2 bill Star Notes have just continued to pummel the auction circuit in a good way. This is the filled top right star version. It's what we call a over-inked star, is the appropriate name for the error type. These are gradable by PMG and PCGS Banknote. They will note the over-inked star. All right, so it is a legit error, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. This one right here was found right out of circulation, or right out of a bank strap. The thing is like straight as the day is long. Yeah, pretty neat. Yeah, these things you could have bought 6 months ago for $30. $74.08 today with 25 bits. They're drying up out there. Startup production is gone. They're not doing it anymore because of the new presses that they have bought at the BEP. So yeah, we're kind of playing with what's currently out in the circulation pool right now, and 5 years from now, a Star Note will be scarce. There's just not going to be a lot of them out there because of the rate of just circulation on the notes. They're only meant to last about a year and 8 months or some ridiculous number like that. So grab them while you can. All right, it's a race to the bottom. All right, and the last piece, of course, coins and cards at it again. Oh, holy crap. He has shown some awesome stuff. And here is like one of my dream coins that one day I'll be able to just find. If I can find it, that's all that matters. But it's the 1869 over 69 repunch date Indian head cent. Yes, need I say more? It's a cherry picker's guide variety. It's a big snow variety. Here's a little bit of a close-up. You can see the doubled 6-9 at the top of both numbers, and even the inner circle curl of the 9 right there. You can see the extra repunch. Very nice high-end, I would presume, an AU condition coin. Sold for $835 with 38 bits. Jeez. Yeah, we don't see them generally in this condition, not in a graded holder. So, yeah, I mean, if someone asks you, hey, should I grade my errors and varieties? You can honestly say no, because it will command the full brunt of the market. You put it out there, you take good pictures like Coins and Cards do every time, good descriptions, good listing title, and you're in. You're in, baby. And, you have to get used to that. You got to do the research and the homework and the educational stuff, so that way you feel intelligent when you go to sell these things. And people have that sentiment of confidence in you because you know what you're talking about, and therefore they will buy from you. All right, well, you guys know the drill. Information's educational, not financial advice. Please collect and or grade your coins responsibly. And that's it, guys. I'm out of here. I'm going to go actually do some cherry picking of my own. Thank you all again for a great show. Thank you for all the views and support of the channel. 2025 is shaping up to be an insane year. We have not seen any 2025 coins. Where, oh, where could they be? We'll find out here real soon. Sean, Blue Ridge Silverhound is out. You guys take care, and I will see you next time.